Hey guys, what's going on? So we're here for the afternoon demolition derby at the Lewis County Fair 2025. So we're just starting here with the raffle cars here. We got a Chevy Impala over there, just like the one I'm running, and right here in front of me I got a Buick LeSabre. Might even throw a few tickets in for the Buick LeSabre, I don't know. Just as a, more or less thrill factor. I don't know, maybe I will. And down here, I think this is best of show down here. I would guess that it is. So we got a couple of different classes here. Actually, probably only two, because we got a full size on our left, which is a Crown Victoria or a Grand Marquis. Let's see, is that an 03 and newer? No. Okay. I could tell by the frame. Got a G6 right next to that. Malibu behind the Crown Victoria. A Camry, ran by the high voltage team there. It's a Dakota Rookie. Got a nice bumper in the front of that Camry, and they allow that bumper for bone stock now. He has it welded, I can see that. So, but running the factory tank, I like the bumper he's got on the front of that. It should be okay. I got a Buick LeSabre on the right. This is the old, I'll have to peek in the back seat, see if it's rotten. I can tell by the fender it's already pretty rotten, so we'll see. Volkswagen, we'll see how the Volkswagen holds up. There's not much to protect the motor. I mean, you can see the oil filter, literally, I don't know if the lighting will allow, but it's sitting right, yeah, now you guys can see it, right there up front. That's, yeah, it's gonna be doomed. I think that's a plastic oil pan on that too, on the transmission, and that's sitting right up front too. Man, what a terrible setup for that. So I mean, not these guys' faults, obviously. It's just, it is what it is, the way those are set up from the factory. Oh yeah, this thing's rotten. Look at this. So you're gonna have, this car is gonna, instead of bending back here, it's probably all gonna fold right here. It's just gonna smush all the way in instantly. Keep an eye on that one. That's gonna be interesting. Let's make our way over to the heats here. And they have it kind of different this year for heat lineup. So they have different poles in front of each class. They got a van and small truck van, or sorry, van and small truck heat. Jeez, can't speak today. Got Mr. West and his Chrysler product, as always. He likes them Chrysler Sebrings and stuff. Good cars. They're good, stout cars. Go watch on Demolition Missions if you haven't already. They did a good job on that. This tire only has 2 lug nuts on it. This rim on this Impala, so that should be interesting. Let's see, the floors routed out like mine. Yep, yeah they are. I can see through it. But it's got a gas tank sitting in there, so that's good. Hopefully he's got the wiring done up good. Where's the battery? Is the battery still under the hood? He moved the... I didn't see the... Where's the battery? Did I... Oh, must be right there. I was like, he moved the gas tank, but not the battery. Smart, move the trunk lid. That's what I think I'm going to do on mine. Got the OnStar system still in the back. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. Got Buick Century behind that. Relatively clean looking Century, actually. This is bone stock. Actually, this is, I think this is Powderpuff maybe. Yeah, this is Powderpuff right here we're looking at. So, got a Subaru Outback behind that Century there. Got a Nissan. I like the front frames on these. They look pretty beefy, but we'll see how that holds up. I know the back ends are also pretty good on these Nissans. Got a Chrysler Sebring, or yeah, this is a Chrysler 200. Same thing. Those front frames are pretty stout, and look at that front bumper, front bumpers, and they're pretty good. So I expect to see that do pretty good. Behind that, you can tell that this is definitely the Powderpuff. Behind that, we got a Chevy. Oh no, this is not a Chevy. This is a Hyundai. Hyundai Sonata, maybe. Got a Volkswagen Beetle. Next to that, these do pretty good. I've been surprised in the past with these. They're very, very stout vehicles. Yeah, that's a Sonata right there. And these Volkswagens, they do pretty well. Got the evap canister just sitting there. That's funny. But fuel filler neck. Left the stock fuel tank in it, but yeah, they're like a tank, man, these things. But they're light too, as far as I know. Got another Impala here. Oops, just stepped in something there. But yeah, we got another Chevy Impala there. Behind that, we got a Toyota Camry, newer style. Toyota Camry there. Oh wow, we got quite a line going back here. See Wildrick's car. Looks like he's derming a Volkswagen. Looks like Volkswagen wagon. Oh, let's see here. We'll just walk all the way to the back here and just go up from there. But let's go all the way back here. Yep, definitely a Volkswagen. And he's got everything up here, and that's going to protect that stuff like that Volkswagen wagon we saw earlier. There was none of that stuff, was all deleted. It was all out of it. This being in here still will help protect that motor for a little bit longer, because that radiator and stuff is going to more or less act as a heat shield, or not heat shield, a ramming shield for it. So it's going to take some of that blow. It's still not going to be ideal, but where the strength is going to be in is obviously the back. It's a wagon. Generally, the wagons are stronger. Got a Ford Focus, a newer Ford Focus. I expect this to be pretty stout, as long as it's not too rotten. So, got a Malibu in front of that. Looks like it was in a rollover or something. That roof is absolutely mangled. Mangled. That roof is. Got a Kia Spectra right here. This thing's bone stock, except for it does have a stack and it does have the battery moved. A little homemade exhaust stack there. Hey, how you doing? So we got a Camry right there. On the trailer over here we got another Camry, older style Camry. This is the newer style. People are going to be experimenting with these newer Camrys because they still have a steel suspension. They have that newer style frame, same as the early 2000s Camrys. All the same. Thing is that these seem a little bit more likely to kick sideways when they get hit. Like if you get hit in the side, they'll just kick the whole frame over because that subframe sits so far back, and these frames are a little bit more flimsy for sure. So I don't know, people have a love-hate relationship with these, but let's keep moving on. Got a Chevy Malibu. These are actually decent derby cars. It's just as long as you keep these front wheels clean. They're actually decent cars. They have decent front frames. They do kick sideways, just like same problem the Camry has. A little bit thin, subframe sits a little further back. They have the same problem. They kick sideways, but overall, not bad derby cars at all. And we'll just walk up the line here and get these cars. Is this Dickup's? Oh, this is Dickup's car. Hold on. This is the same car that faced me in San Filippo, actually. That ended up winning against me in San Filippo. I remember this car. I can personally say I am to blame for this back end partially being in, at least partially. But, and maybe that strut, maybe one of those struts being a little bent over, but in front of that we got a Volkswagen. Is this a Golf? A lot of Volkswagens today. That's interesting. Yes, this is a Golf. Huh? I expect that to be pretty stout in the back. These Volkswagens are pretty stout in the back. Got Snyder. And his, looks like this is a Ford Taurus, Ford 500, Mercury Sable, you know, those Milans, I mean Mercury Milan. Yeah, this is a Taurus. Looks like they're moving cars up here. Hyundai Elantra in front of that. So this is a pretty stout class right here. Right here we got a Dodge Grand Caravan. This is our starting of our vans. I took the whole top of the dash out of that one, but Dodge Caravans are always good vans. Always seem to hold up pretty well. Stock bumper on that Hyundai. Got a Dodge Grand Caravan in front of that, the newer style. See how these hold up. I actually have one of these. You guys haven't seen it yet, but I'm using it as a storage shed right at the moment. But mine's not in too terrible shape. We'll have to see how these newer vans hold up. They seem to be doing pretty well in the derby world. Ooh, look at this. Is this a Honda? I think this is an old Honda. Isn't this the Honda Odyssey of the old? Look at this. Yes, that's definitely a Honda frame. Is that the same frame as the Accord? Somebody's gonna have to let me know in the comments. Is that the same frame as the Accord? Because they're strong frames. He's got it pre-bent in the back there. Got another Dodge Grand Caravan. It does have the Stone Go seating in it. On our right, we have a Chrysler, or a Dodge Avenger. Chrysler Sebring, same thing. Generally good cars, good front frames on these. Ford Exploder. Got the Ford Exploder. These are actually decent too, as long as they're not too rusty, which this one's pretty rusty, but we'll see. Got a PT Cruiser right there. Always good derby cars. Obviously very stout in the back, unless you're ramming in the front of a Regal that's clean. But Dodge Dakota. And to our right is a that one I pointed out earlier, the 1776 Chrysler Sebring. Or Dodge Avenger. That's an Avenger. I mean, it literally says on the side. Right here we got an Audi. To our left we have a Ford Crown Victoria LTD. I actually know the person who's running this. You're running with the Jey Uso Yeet theme. Behind that we got a Subaru. I think that's an Impreza there. Or Legacy. Oh, let's see, what is this one? This is a GM product, probably Caprice. Definitely a GM product. Ford product, Crown Victoria LTD, probably, or a Mercury Grand Marquis. Cadillac behind this Caprice here, or maybe it's an Oldsmobile. Who knows? They all look the same, but they're all same frame and everything. But
oh, I know.
What's this? DeVille. Yep. Let's see. Yep, the Legacy, and then looks like a, what is this? A Hyundai Sonata, not Sinatra. Oh my God, I can't speak today.
Yeah. You know that guy.
Too much, too many lack of nights of sleep because I've been trying to get stuff done, guys. I'm sorry. Ooh, a rotten Super Outback. You guys can see the subframe there. I don't know how well you can see it. I'll zoom up on it. Wow, that thing is rotten. Another GM product there. Let's go ahead and walk past here. Full-size GM. Another full-size GM. Let's see, what is this thing? Probably another Kia or Hyundai. Anyway. Thing's pretty well packed in already, Sonata. But it'll still be alright, I bet. And behind that we have a Subaru Outback, old-fashioned, more that older style, notched frame. So that's good to know that they're allowing the notched frames in these heats. That's something that's good to know, because I want to notch the back of the Impala. I want to see if this guy's gonna allow it here. So that's good news. Why do I feel like I recognize this car here? I think I recognize this car. Where is this car from? It's a Ford product for sure. This thing's really beat. Humps, I bet, are all blown out. Yeah, they're pretty blown out. This guy's just coming here to clean it up. Well, I would have pulled that driver's door out a bit. That's my opinion. That should have been pulled out a bit. But look, even the A-pillar's bent. Wow, that thing's bent. Got another full-size here. This is a Delta 88. I was about to say, this is definitely an Oldsmobile. This I can tell. Probably a 307 underneath the hood. Yep, 307. See how that does. That's bone stock right there. I actually always have wanted one of these. Not for derby, but to drive. And a Town and Country wagon. This is fun. This is fun to see. I bet you this thing was sitting outside for years and years. You could kind of tell by the way the seats are. This thing was definitely sitting for a while. I about guarantee it. Wow. Frame's notched and everything. There wasn't much left of the frame anyway, I bet. That's fun to see. So, and everything else basically in the pits is either after or evening demolition derby. Some people, I'm sure, start getting ready. I think that LeSaber's probably getting ready to get lined up here. But yeah, that's about it, guys. So that's actually a decent turnout for the afternoon heat. I was not expecting that, because this is a new promoter. Spinning Wheels used to promote this demolition derby, but ever since they went out, I was wondering what they were going to do, and or how they were going to do with car count. And this guy that's promoting this derby is actually the same one that did the Adirondack International Speedway, AIS, years ago. Back in 2020, I went there. It was the only other derby of the year that I went to, other than Mini Meltdown. And he put on a good show, so I was like, okay, so this guy's already somewhat established, and it's showing, because people are showing up and running their cars, so that's good. So stay tuned. Sorry if I didn't get your car in here, but I just wanted to get back up to the grandstands because they're already filling up, as Lewis County always does fill up quick. So stay tuned. We got some derby action coming up. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the derby. Bye-bye, everybody.